First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed, because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
They bring a receiver in motion left. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. On the move to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play, because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tanner Conner, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0.
Lions nothing. Jonathan Garibay to kick off.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now it's Wilson. That caught by Manhertz. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
The Lions at 0-7, winless to start the year. And they come in at just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
14, run it.
Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Jack Fox.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers.
Another catch for Melton.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Garibay on to attempt the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Lions, nothing.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
There's Manhurts, the tight end.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Lions.
There's Wilson to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Lions, nothing.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
19.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And it's now 21-0.
21, Lions, nothing. Jonathan Garibay.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll try and run here with Swift. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Think about this strong safety position. Again, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
Throwing is Wilson.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have a Lions first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Second down and goal. Wilson.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
Wilson going to throw for it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
But there's some excitement. Right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly. Getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he couldn't get rid of the football, try to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On second and a long way to go. Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Gonzalez now to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 18.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And the Lions will take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Tariq Carpenter got through and stopped him for the loss.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third and long, it's Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead is now 24.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he fires one incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So second and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on third down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So
Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
26 yards.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
you certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Rodgers now on first down. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Garibay on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Flushed out right. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
First down.
And again, it's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson,
42 yards.
And the Packers start. Lead even wider here in the 4th. Garibay on to attempt the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Now Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, 88. Number 50. Hey, take 26. Back on.
Now it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
At the Lions' 4-yard line.
Inside. Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw is Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, Parker. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
There. Hey, zero.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
15. Cut.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Box it. 30. 50. Hey, 626.
Rodgers looking to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll get 34 yards there. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile,